Yes, people. Welcome back to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And like I start every single live stream on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube or the Twitch, big up to everybody who continues to support the channel. Much appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed. Big up to everybody who is supporting. You lot are the real ones. Like I always say, whether you watch the shows live and you're in the comments, whether you watch the shows live, have it on in the background, whether you watch it afterwards, whether you listen via one of the audio platforms, and all the links for those are underneath in the description as well. It's appreciated and it does not go unnoticed. But please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching it live back afterwards, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you hit the like button on the YouTube video. Share it across all the socials as well, because that does help. Please share it across all the socials. You can go to my Twitter and Instagram. That's me, Flawless. You can retweet and like from my Twitter, or you could share it from my Instagram, or you can just click that share button yourself and share it to Twitter, share it to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp group, WhatsApp status, wherever you are active on. Please share it across all those socials. And equally as important, subscribe to the channel as well, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. No, I legit did not know that still. So I'm going to get to that, because that's even more like tragic news, man. That's even more tragic news. So I need to reach out to Eddie as well. But we're going to get into all of that. But please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Road to 4K, road to 4K. But before I even go further, I want the numbers just to build up just a little bit. I gotta say RIP to Shucks, man. RIP to Shucks. Sarcasm City TV watchers will know he's one of the co-hosts on Gonna Talk from the Arsenal on here, which is the Arsenal show. He's also on many other YouTube platforms as well, also in Spaces on Twitter. And he sadly, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, sadly lost his life. So RIP to Shucks, man. RIP to Shucks. Like, tragic news, sickening, man. When I seen it, sickening, because it was hashtag pray for Shucks, and we were all like praying and hoping that he pulled through, and we all thought he was going to. And then, man, RIP to Shucks, man. RIP. And I seen Cam tweet that he'll be doing a Gonna Talk from the Arsenal special on Monday that he'll be on. I will be appearing on that as well. But I'm going to leave that in the hands of Cam, because Cam was the one who brought Shucks over here. So again, man, RIP Shucks, man. RIP Shucks. Like, it is, man. Sickening news. You know what I'm saying? And he was a good brother as well. Left his family here. And yeah, man, he was just hilarious done. Like, he was a good brother. Hilarious done. Minus him being an Arsenal fan, and they'll love that shot. I know he's up there laughing right now with it. You know what I'm saying? Laughing, saying Flawless, like, get me United behind Arsenal. But yeah, man, like, RIP to Shucks, man. Like I said, good brother, hilarious study. Like, he added so much to the channel. His energy was on point. And people say this a lot about like people when they pass, but it's like, I genuinely mean that. Like, you don't know, I don't fucks with many people. Shucks is someone I genuinely fucked with when Cam brought him over here. Like, I like Shucks. Like, when we did the back and forths and all that with the Arsenal and United battle, it was great. So again, man, RIP to Shucks. Condolences to his family and his loved ones, man. Innit? You feel me? Like, condolences, like Lewis says here, condolences to Eddie, and of course, RIP Shucks. Terrible news coming out today. Abdallah says RIP Shucks every time. Make sure you go check the GoFundMe page all over Twitter. Also, condolences to Eddie as well. RIP to Eddie's dad. See, I did not know that. I legit didn't know that. Because I seen him post, but I didn't read the caption. I thought he was just posting with his pup. So again, I'm going to reach out to Eddie. Yeah, man. RIP to Eddie's dad. And you don't know how tight I am with Eddie. Right, that's my guy in it. Like, he be here on watch-alongs. He's on Walk to the Octagon. He be on the basketball shows. And that's another guy who, like, he was ready to fly over here for beef. Like, that's just another, like, solid guy. You feel me? And that, like, that's my G. Like, Eddie, like, that's my guy. Like, you feel me? Another hilarious Donny. That's one thing all people, like, if you're around me, have in common in it. So, man, RIP to Eddie's dad. RIP to Shucks as well, man. And yo, they'll live on through us, through all of us, man. They'll never be forgotten, and that. Shucks will never be forgotten, and his dad will never be forgotten, in it. So, like I said, I'm gonna reach out to Eddie and see how he is and make sure he's good. But yeah, man, and make sure you give people their flowers while they're here, people. That's why I'm a big advocate of that. I'm a bid advocate. And can you see, complete side note, this jacket's shining because I ironed it on the wrong side, you know. Like, that's why it'd be shiny. You see the marks? That's why it'd be glistening, because I ironed it on the wrong side when we move and that. My mom always goes mad at me about it. Like, see why you always iron your stuff on the wrong side, blah, blah, blah. Like, right, I made an error in it. I made an error. Shit happens in it. But yeah, man, give people their flag. This is why I'm a big advocate of that. This is why I'll repost. This is why Lewis is in the chat. He'll tell you how much I've done it online, but I do it offline and tell Lewis how cold he is at what he does. I see Matisse, shout out to my guy Matisse. I'm on his channel later. He was on Sky. That's why I reposted that. Let him know, yo, that is sick. All my people, whether it's Aaron, whether it's Saeed, whether it's Rants, Statman Baines is why I called him the GOAT the other day, man. You like, don't wait till people, you get what I'm saying, ain't here to give them their flowers. Give them their flowers now, including yourself. This is why I give myself all my flowers, whole bouquets, whole florists, and to everybody else as well. Like, it has to be done. And I appreciate you lot, because you lot consistently give me my flowers. And I appreciate that. So for as long as I'm here, which hopefully is a long time, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I start off every single live stream saying love to everyone who's supporting, because it does not go unnoticed. Like, let you lot know that you're valued by me and all the other people over here. Big up to Brush, who's always here early. He says, hashtag popcorn gang. Hit that like button. Soa says, yo, big up to you as well. Yeah, man, Lewis, you already know, man. Big up, fam, every time. Big up every time. Abdallah says, look, that is the GoFundMe page right there, so you can check that out. And even, like I said, when Cam does the Arsenal special, which I'm not sure when he's doing, I only seen him tweet it, I've not spoke to him, that will be included. Like, I'm going to leave that in Cam's hands, and he'll completely run that. And like I said, I will be there. I'm sure many of us will be there as well, to like pay our respects and our condolences to Shucks. Like, yeah, man, sickening news, man. You know what I'm saying? Sickening news. Oh, it is, man. Didn't want to start the show like that, but had to. John Stewart says, R.I.P. Shucks. We lost the real one too soon. We really did. We really did lose a real one too soon. Absolutely, we lost the real one too soon. Like I say, just go watch him on Gunner Talks or anywhere else he was on in this YouTube football content creator space, or when he was on Twitter Spaces. Like I said, hilarious, infectious energy. Like, him in space is hilarious. Because he says, big up Flawless, big up to you as well. And for those that are new, this is the ManDem United podcast, and it is dedicated to all things Manchester United, people. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated to all things Manchester United and the circus that is Manchester United. I say this all the time. I say a lot of things all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you lot, like regulars, will know. I say a lot of things all the time. But Manchester United, whether we're playing exceptional, whether we're bang average, whether we are horrific, we are always front page and back page news. There's always something going on, whether it's on the field, whether it's off the field in terms of managers or the board, whether it's the fans or a mixture of all of those things I just mentioned. We are always a constant. And that's why I just titled this episode, What is Going On at Manchester United? Because there's so much going on. Like, I did a ManDem United Tuesday. Look how much has gone on. This is only Thursday. This is legit only Thursday. Look how much has gone on since Tuesday. And this is it. We are Hollyoaks. We are legit unnecessary drama FC. Like, anytime, like, I don't watch Hollyoaks, but anytime I'm flicking through, it's always a fight, someone being robbed, certain's on fire, someone shit. You know, just hella just unnecessary drama in that. Hella on. So, what is going on at Manchester United? Obviously, I don't know how reliable these sources are. But hypothetically, let's talk about it, because I'm hearing they are reliable. Who knows? Only the players really know. But there is no smoke without fire. And we've heard these players complain about the last regime as well, which I understand. Again, let me reiterate this again, people. Even if you believe Ralph's not the answer, or Ralph is not the answer, say he gets it terribly wrong and United finished 9th this season, it's like Ralph's not the guy. That doesn't mean Ollie was the right guy. He was still the wrong guy. All it means is Ralph was also the wrong guy. So then you go and get the next manager. Like, it's really that simple. It's simple maths. 1 + 1 = 2. I don't know why people can't read, oh, we should have kept Ollie. No, Ollie wasn't the guy. That's like being in a relationship with and being with your partner. You break up because it's not working. Then you go and get another partner. That also breaks up. So you're like, let me go back to the partner before that. No, both of them didn't work. Both relationships didn't work. That's the same in this incident. The Ollie relationship didn't work. If the Ralph relationship doesn't work, you don't go back to Ollie. All right, why not go back to Moyes? Why not go back to Van Gaal? Why not go back to Mourinho? These didn't work either. So you keep it, or you can't keep sacking managers. Why? So I just wanted to start on that note. I'm hearing up to 17 players are unhappy. Like, I'm hearing up to 17 players are unhappy. And I say this all the time as well. If a player, and this is where I stick it on the board and the manager and the coaching staff, this is on them more so than the players. Even though if you don't want to be here, you should just ask to leave. If a player doesn't want to be at Manchester United for whatever reason, they can be banging the right. Like, I understand if Paul Pogba turns around and goes, I don't want to play for Manchester United, I get that. Martial, I understand why he wants to leave. But if he wants to leave, let them go. And I just use those two as examples. So I don't care if it's Henderson, I don't care if it's De Gea, I don't care if it's Maguire, I don't care if it's use players I like, Dalot, Telles, Donny van der Beek. If a player doesn't want to be at Manchester United Football Club, move them on. I don't understand why this is so difficult. I don't understand why Manchester United struggle with these things. If 17 players want to leave, let 17 players go. Let's say it sounds mad, but let 17. So what we're going to do, just keep unhappy players to keep unhappy players. Manchester United will be fine. I'm old enough. I've seen all of our legends leave, pretty much. I've seen 90%. I'm slightly too young to have seen like the early players leave. But I've seen 90% of our legends leave. I've seen Roy Keane leave. I've seen Paul Scholes leave. I've seen Giggs leave. I've seen Beckham leave. I've seen Jaap Stam leave. I've seen Dennis Irwin leave. I've seen Patrice Evra leave. I've seen Nemanja Vidic leave. I've seen Rio Ferdinand leave. Van der Sar. Like, the list goes on. Schmeichel, York, Cole, Ollie, Sheringham. The list goes on and on and on. We will be fine. You know what I'm saying? We will be fine. Absolutely. We will be fine. John Stewart says, and we'll get to your comments as well, people. I've got a feeling Dean Henderson is the mole in the dressing room. He's upset De Gea took his place back and is leaking it through his agent just to fear it. I'm hearing he is one of the ones. The reason why I'm not going to slate any players is because we don't know if that's true. However, we'll talk hypothetically. If that is true and Dean Henderson wants to go, let him leave. But that's our stupid fault for giving him a big deal. There's no need to give him a big deal. No need whatsoever. I said this at the start of the season, and this is how you know I'm not a flip-flop, that I didn't want De Gea this season starting. I said, you either play Henderson or you go and find a new goalkeeper. Thankfully, De Gea has proven me wrong, and minus a couple mistakes, has had a good season. He's had a good season, which I am happy about. I want to be wrong. I want De Gea to be De Gea of old, because that then improves Manchester United's chances of being successful if you have a keeper like that. But yeah, in regards of Henderson, if he wants to leave, let him go. And that's the same for any player. So it says, I'm sick of these players, bro. I would love them all to be shipped out. We would never win anything with this group. I hear you to an extent, yeah. Because the attitude of these players ain't, the fact that not only is the attitude of these players not right, the skill level's not there. And I said this about Ralph. He's come in and he's continued to play the players that failed under Ollie. And that was one of the main reasons we wanted Ollie gone, is because he continued to play players who aren't good enough. Said it. And he's not all of them. Some of them are squad players. Some of them need to be sold. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not good enough. Luke Shaw is not good enough. Harry Maguire is not good enough. McTominay is not good enough. Fred is not good enough. Bruno is not good enough. Rashford is not good enough. That's 7 from 11. That's 7 of your 10 outfield players. We don't have a prayer. And this is why we were so critical of Ollie. So we thought Ralph was going to come in and we'd see Dalot. We'd see Tellers. Centre backs a bit tough. We'd see Donny. We'd see, all right, Pogba's injured. We'd see Donny. We'd see Rashford and Bruno both being dropped. We have enough options. We have Sancho. We have Greenwood. Lingard is there. We have Ronaldo. So there's options to change it around. Are they perfect replacements? No. But try something different. Everybody knows our midfield area is a problem. Try something different. That's not tough. That's not difficult. I don't understand where that issue lies. But yeah, is what it is. Ollie really said he left us in a good place. No, he didn't. These players were cuddled. And now Ralph's come in. Now it's a problem because the players can do it, because we've seen it for half an hour against Palace. More than half an hour. We've seen it for the majority of the Palace game. That was a very good performance, both offensively and defensively. So the players are capable. That's the worst part about this. But because Ralph's expecting more, because the bar is on the floor, like I've said, the bar's on the floor. Now Ralph is has raised the expectations and wants more from the players. They threw the toys out of the pram. Because for 3 years, they've done what they want. Poor performances, do what you want. Poor training, do what you want. What was the rumor about players not wanting to leave in the dark? Yo, get on with it. Get on with it. You're paid a lot of money to do your job. Get on with it. Flawless said the players are disgraced for not playing for the badge. I don't think it's for not playing for. It's more self-respect. Like, where's your self-motivation? Where's your pride for you? Like, you should take pride in your work for you as a footballer. Like, surely you should want to do the best for yourself. Like, forget away from Manchester United and that. Some of these players are just not good enough, like the players I named, though. But the fact you're not good enough and you have a bad attitude, nah. Don Dado, man like Black Diamond says, until the owners leave, this will continue to be an abusive relationship, broken promises, repetitive pain and hurt. I'm exhausted. Hope people can realize this. And the owner's a big problem, absolutely. But that's not on the owners about these players and what they've done. Unlike under Ralph, like reportedly unhappy now. This is ridiculous. Like, he's only here for 6 months. Like, he's not the full-time manager. He's not the full-time gaffer, but because he's asking you to do something you don't like, now it's an issue. Now it's a problem. Get on with it. Because you have been underperforming. So get on with it. And that's the majority of these players. Team is the issue of the 3-year so-called reboot. Yep. If United don't get Ten Hag, hypothetically speaking, who else would you like to see an elite manager or a manager to settle the club down? I want to see Ralph go upstairs and whoever Ralph wants. Because this is a bigger job than even I expected. I mean, yeah, it is a bigger job than I realized. That's the word I'm looking for. Much, much bigger. So, yeah, let Ralph go upstairs, finish out the season, and Ralph go upstairs, bring his manager in, and get rid of these players who don't want to be here. Drop players. If Ronaldo don't fit the system you are trying to play, drop him. If Cavani don't, if Rashford, whoever that may be, don't pick the best 11. Pick the best team to suit your system. I'm not really a fan of the 4-2-2 because I just prefer white players, but that's just my personal preference. But if you're going to play it, pick players who suit it. It's not for Bruno. Ronaldo and Cavani up top shouldn't be a thing. Greenwood should not be in the tent. McTominay should not be starting. Full stop. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw in a 4-2-2 should not be starting. Full stop. And these are the issues where we lie, and we thought it was going to be different with Ralph. Play Dalot, play Tellers. Our captain has 4 relegations on the CV. Meanwhile, our fan base are complaining about Ronaldo. He's one of the greatest and most decorated players of all time. These players can't hack his winning mentality. It's possible that that's a thing. Absolutely. Definitely possible that's a thing. Absolutely. That is 110% could be a thing. How true that is, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it could be a thing. What else we have? Kind of Devil says big up. 40 fan says we should just follow the Arsenal way, get young players in, out with the old. I don't mind the age thing. It's getting players in, 1, who want to be here and 2, who are good enough. That's what it is. That's not really an age thing. Yes, there needs to be a balance and there needs to be an idea and a philosophy. But if Ronaldo wants to be here, I'll just use him as the example. I'm cool with Ronaldo staying. If Cavani wants to be here, he should be a squad player to me. I have no qualms with that. If Matic wants to stay, and I think he's good enough to be a squad player, no qualms with that whatsoever. No qualms with that. Brahab says, United feel there's a process that Ragnick is executing at the club. Newspaper speculation that there is a toxic atmosphere in the dressing room is felt to be untrue. There's no smoke without fire. Is it as bad as people have made out? We don't know. I'm unsure on that. Do I believe there is something to it? Yes. However, I like the fact, and this is going to sound strange, I'm probably the only United fan saying this. I like that this has happened. Let's address all of the elephants in the room. As Ahmed said to me yesterday on the watch along, let's address the whole safari. I'm saying the entire zoo. Like, let's do this. Let's everybody address all the animals, the elephants, you know what I'm saying? Everything. All the birds, all the reptilians, all the mammals, everything. Let's address everything. We just need to have it out. Everybody. Ralph, his entire coaching staff, all of the players, all of the first team players, any board members, everybody needs to go in one room and everybody just not shout and scream, but everyone needs to say everything with their chest. Let's get everything off our chest. I don't like this. I don't like this. This player is not good enough. Why is he starting ahead of me? Blah, 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 and all of these type of things. I'm actually going to pull up some more quotes as well, but I'm all for that. But make sure you hit the like button on the video. Yo, big up the Wavy Baller Hub. I believe that is Temi. Don't call me if I'm wrong, no, but big up to my guy Temi. I swear that's his. You know what I'm saying? Dadzo says, y'all spent a week clowning Lukaku for being unhappy when most of the squad at United is unhappy. Yeah, because our squad didn't do interviews. You just running again. People, you got to do your research. We don't know if this is true or not. Who's come out and said they're unhappy? And this is what I'm saying. I'm just talking about this like for a hypothetical sense, for content. Like, all right, let's speak about it because everyone's talking about it. We don't know if there's 100. We don't know if 17 players are unhappy. It could be 17. It could be 27. It could be 7. It could be 2. We don't know. Like Jim, what the quote I just read with Jim Wright saying that, the reports about toxic atmosphere are untrue. I'm talking about it hypothetically. Like we've seen it. I seen it happen with Watford. But people were talking about, Watford stopped Sarr and Dennis going from the AFCON. No, they didn't. But again, people headline read and didn't do their research on it. If you do your research on it, you will know Watford didn't stop Sarr or Dennis from going to the African Cup of Nations. Big up Young Izzy says, big up, bro. Abdullah says we will get Neves or Kamara. We'll see. Proud says, you are right. We need to know the bad apples. Yeah, address everything, man. I'm glad now everybody's under pressure now. Everybody is under pressure. And I love that. Like pressure in it, it bursts pipes or it creates diamonds, whatever the phrase is, something like that. I'm happy this happened. I'm over the moon. Like, yes, let's address all of this. Luke Shaw hinted at dressing room issues in his post-match. What did he say? Because I don't pay attention to Luke Shaw's interviews. What did he actually say? What's the direct quote where he hinted at it? And this is what I'm talking about, hinting. Like, say it with your chest. Because you're part of the problem, Luke Shaw. You're not good enough. Harris says, Flawless, I'm mad, bro. Why are you mad? I ain't mad. I'm not mad. We try and find someone, because I did bookmark some of the things that have reportedly been said. There we go. 1 second. Let me have a look. Trying to find this. Big up everyone that's locked. Make sure you hit the like button. There's over 40 of you lot locked in, man. And please share this across all the socials as well. Thank you. Please do that. We try and find some of these quotes. Here we go. Yeah, saying this is from Sky. So we say, no, this is not from Sky. This is another one. So it says here in this article, up to 17 players. This is from the Daily Mail. So how true this is, I don't know. Up to 17 players said to be unhappy at Manchester United. Old Trafford could hit double figures by the start of next season, like the exits. All right. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Here we are. What the hell is this? The fuck? Some next article popped up. If not, I'm just gonna go to the Sky one. Someone please put the any of the quotes in the comments, like more that have been said. Here we go. So yeah, 17 first team stars unhappy with Cavani, Pogba, and Donny among those in divided squad who could leave before next season. So United are facing an exodus of players from Old Trafford could hit double figures before the start of next season. Morale at the club is low after interim manager Ralph inherited a divided dressing room from Oli with a staggering total of 17 players said to be unhappy. Many of them, including several stars, are under contract and will not be allowed to leave, but it's still expected to be a significant number of departures over the next 8 months. So it's saying Martial, Pogba, Cavani. Didn't say anything more than that. But yeah, like my thoughts on it is, if players don't want to be here, let them go. Let them go if they don't want to be here. And I understand for some of them. I've said it. I understand for a Martial. I get it for a Pogba. I get it for a Donny van der Beek. We're gonna get onto Ralph's comments about Donny van der Beek because I don't understand. I don't get it at all. Like, I'm lost. Absolutely, I'm lost. There are clicks within the United dressing room. A source told Sky Sports, according to some of the players, I find it difficult to play in Rangnick's 4-2-2 formation. They have players at Manchester United who are ready to play, but they don't have the coach to get the best out of those players. The same source also stressed that Rangnick's plans were disrupted in December when the club had to close their Carrington training ground after a COVID outbreak, and this had an effect on the performances. United have struggled to adapt to Rangnick's high pressing style, aside from a promising opening half an hour in the first game of Crystal Palace. And then, yeah, it goes on to that. Yeah, Tango, man, I'm going to keep smiling. I'm good. So Luke Shaw said, we need to bring intensity and more motivation inside the dressing room. We know what we want, but on the pitch, we need to give 100%. Yeah, that just means players ain't giving 100%. Like, we know this. Like, we've seen this on the pitch. He ain't telling us anything here we don't know. We've seen players walking around. We've seen players not tracking back. We've seen players not pressing. Like, we've seen this. Like, players, I think people really underestimate this. A lot of these players are just low on confidence. Hella low on confidence, and that counts for something. That counts. If you're low on confidence, it's very hard to perform at your highest level. If I was low on confidence, I would struggle to do. Yeah, this would affect my performance here. I could probably still perform at a high level, but would it affect it? Absolutely. If you're low on confidence doing something. Absolutely. Yes, make sure you subscribe to Big Six Mans. David says, a bunch of egotistical prima donnas, you're getting paid big P's to be a footballer. Embarrassing. These petulant, lazy players that get managers sacked. The fact that Ralph's not even been here that long and they already like complaining, that's a terrible sign if that's true. If that is true, that is an absolutely terrible sign if that is the case. Yo, he's only here for 6 months, number one. And two, that's the gaffer. Put your all in. Put your all in. But again, all he left us with a great team and a great squad in it. How did Tuchel use the 4-2-2 last minute and get the best out of his team versus Conte, but Ralph and half these just can't do it versus bottom three teams not good enough? The players are not good enough. And that's on Ralph for picking these players that are not good enough. The players ain't good enough. Simple as that. No matter what formation we play, some of these players are not up to the standard and can't get Manchester United to reach the heights where we want them to go. And that's the bottom line. No stone cold. Like, that's legit what it is. That's the be all and end all. Is that simple. Some of these players are just not good enough. Simple as that. What else we got? Do you think we will get top four? I'm not so confident. Arsenal look the most likely. They're looking good, flawless. I'm still confident United finish top four. I'm not a Chelsea or Liverpool fan. I don't concede things in January. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still well within the race. The Wolves lost a blow? Absolutely. But it don't change anything in terms of long-term goals for the season. Finishing top four, FA Cup, Champions League. In terms of finishing top four, goes without saying. Winning the FA Cup, which we are capable of doing, and going deep into the Champions League, which we're also capable of doing. But this has to be sorted out, like, expeditiously. Like, that's what that is. This has to be sorted out expeditiously. Would you take Ten Hag to be a puppet? He's desperate for a Man United job. Why would I want him to be a puppet? Yes, Thames, I'm still confident we finish top four. Yes. And that's more so not of the greatness of us. That's more so the league's weak. I don't rate Arsenal. I don't rate Spurs. I don't particularly rate West Ham. The league's weak. Take out the top three, like City, Chelsea, Liverpool are clear. Like, those three are quality sides. Wherever you rank them, they're quality sides. After that, like, we shouldn't be in a top four race. There's no way we should be in a top four race. Spurs should not be in a top four race. Arsenal should not be in a top four race. The reason why those three teams are is because this league is weak in terms of quality. So that's why I'm still banking on it. How many points are we off Arsenal? You are in fourth. Let me check the table. Hold up. Let me check the table. So we are. So Arsenal currently sit fourth with 35 points. Right. We have a game in hand on Arsenal and we're 4 points behind them. Let's say worst case scenario, we lose the game. So there'd be 20 games played. There's still 18 to go and we're 4 points off Arsenal. That is we're capable of catching them. If we were 10, 15 points behind them, cool. It's been terrible. We've had Ollie, who's a League One level manager. We've had coaching staff who's a League One level manager. Our season couldn't have been much worse than this, and we're still only 4 points off fourth with a game in hand. And let's say for people who are like, oh, you don't necessarily win the game in hand, even if we lose, we're 4 points off them with 18 points to go. We are closer to Arsenal than Liverpool and Chelsea are closer to City. Like, we are more than capable of overturning that. Same way Spurs are capable of overturning that. Spurs are closer. Let me check the table. Spurs are on 33 points and have 2 games in hand. So they're 2 points off Arsenal. So let's say the best case scenario for Arsenal, Spurs lose both games in hand. They're still 2 points off Arsenal with 18 points. I mean, with 18 games to play. That's not unclimbable mountain. I don't even know if unclimbable is a word, but it is now. Where else we at? So West Ham, for instance, 20. They're a point. They're a point off Arsenal having played the same amount of games. Like, this is not what we're doing, people. Shit's bad, but let's not make it worse than what it is. Am I still confident we finish top 4? Yes, because of the things I just named and the individual players we have. Is it looking bleak right now? Yeah. But this can only help what's happened to me. It can't get any worse. This can only help. Nah, I'm man. No, I wouldn't want a puppet. I wouldn't want a puppet. No. Yo, Flawless, you're going to be doing all the AFCON games. No, not all of them. Selected ones. So the majority of the bigger teams, I will be doing the watch-alongs on this very channel, starting on Sunday with, what's the first game? It's on the schedule anyway. I'll be doing the opening 2 games. Well, I'll be doing the second game, Ethiopia, as long as Lewis is about, because we will be on Ethiopia watch. You're trying to find the Ethiopian Christensen. So shout out to my guy Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Should have got Conte in, man. We missed the boat. We got a director of football in charge as a manager. No, the director of football was needed because he can come in and assess. He can come in and assess what's going on, and then boom, go upstairs. That's what it is. He can go upstairs, and then once he goes upstairs, he can bring in his own manager, and we can try and we can attempt to fix this, and we give ourselves the best possible chance to fix this. Season's not done, people. Season's not over. That's all. Yeah, man. RIP to Shocks again, man. Like Black Diamond saying, now seeing that Shocks passed away. Z-Gold says, big up Flawless. Sad to hear the passing of Shocks. Was such a funny guy, always battering positivity. RIP to him. Condolences to his family. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. RIP to Shocks. That's my guy, man. RIP to Shocks. The NBA streams will be back. We're just limiting them, that's all. Because we started on Twitch with the gaming. But we will be back. But more so in the regular season, we'll be doing the bigger games. So, like, if the Lakers play the Clippers, or the Suns play the Warriors, for example. Hey, man, I don't know what that is. You, man, been sold a dream. You don't need to bring him man for 6 months if he's needed at a higher level. No, that's dumb. Nah, that needed to be done. Because the reason why you don't bring in a director, then who's going to manage? Like, it's tiny steps. Him coming in, and this, if he doesn't come in, maybe all this don't happen. I said this at the start. He's gonna come in and set this up for the next guy and tell the next manager, all right, this player is good at this player's attitude's like this player is bad at this, you might want to get rid of him. I'm glad this has happened. This is good. This is the cat amongst the pigeons in that. And that's what we just launched the cat, which is Ralph, into the pigeons, and this is great. So we haven't been sold a dream. I'm happy about it. I disagree with you, little wig. So you asking me who you got winning AFCON. I don't know enough about AFCON. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't know enough about AFCON. The weekly update says the only players worth staying at United are the ones you want to leave, like Pogba, Donny, Martial. That is a concern. That to me, the better players want to leave. That is a concern of mine. But however, if Pogba, Donny van der Beek, and Martial leave, we will bring in new players. Manchester United will continue to be Manchester United. Simple as that. And we have to get rid of, like I'm saying, if 17 players want to leave, let 17 players go. And you bring in 10 players and then bring in some youth players. Is what it is. Just for the harmony. Just for the harmony. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. I'm happy this happened. Woodward's gone. That's good. Happy about that. That's a step in the right direction. Why would people, big up to that, he says, why would people expecting miracles after such a short time? I got food been in my fridge longer than Ralph been in charge. That's good. Daddy, that's good. I've never seen you on here before, but that is good. Like, you in the right place. You in the right place with comments like that. Leave this guy to do his thing like you left Ollie for so long. Talk about it. Hey, Daddy, say it louder for the people in the back. I wanted to give Ollie 3 years and 900 million, but all of a sudden let's get rid of Ralph. I've probably got food in my fridge that's been, this bottle of water has probably been in the fridge longer than Ralph's been in charge. Maybe. It's possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what we're doing. 100 people expect him to work miracles. Yes. Is he accountable for some of the his team selections, absolutely. But that's every manager. There's no manager you would agree with 100% with all of his team selections, and that goes for City. There's City fans out there who won't like all of Pep's decisions and all of the teams he picks. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's the same for Liverpool with Klopp, and that's the same with Chelsea with Tuchel. Flawless, can we chat about Sancho? Why is he underperforming? And the news about Donny opinion. Please put the Donny quotes in the comments and I'll respond to them. Why is Sancho underperforming? Because we set him up to fail. He was poor against Wolves, but before that, he'd been one of the brighter players in those games. We set him up to fail. Set him up. Ollie brought him in and had no plan. He just brought him in because it was Jadon Sancho. Had no plan. It's like watching my little brother play FIFA and he just signs players to sign players. This guy had no plan. Zero plan. This guy had hella play. Man had Mbappe on his bench. I went to PSG. There was no Mbappe. There was no Neymar. There was no Messi. There was no Verratti. He had them all on his bench. And his team was stacked. I had Kante, had De Bruyne, had Ronaldo, had Haaland. Just ballers in that. Alphonso Davies. Because you just signing players to sign players. There's no plan. But my little brother's like 8, 9 years old. He's like 8, 9 years old. So it's kind of like, and that's what it was with Ollie. He signed him just to sign him. Even though Sancho's quality, he signed Varane just to sign him. And Varane's quality. He signed Ronaldo, who I didn't want. Go and look back at the streams. Like I said, me and Shah, my guy Bainesy, we was on a live stream. I didn't want Ronaldo to come in. Not because Ronaldo's not good enough, because there was no plan. It's all about a plan of action, a balance, like a healthy diet, people. But we move. Well, yeah, Sancho will come good. Absolutely. But the players they bring in might be the likes of Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, level who not good enough. If that happens, weekly update, then we go again. Many a time during Fergie's era, he brought in players who weren't good enough. So you know what we did? We got rid of them and brought in new players. And you keep going and you keep going until you find players. We could sign a 6 in this window and he's not good enough and we get rid of him in the summer 2023. And then that 6 is not good enough. And then we bring in one 2024 and 2025 and so forth until you find one. Like, that's the simple. Liverpool did it. The reason why Liverpool have won 1 league title in 31 and a half years is because the managers they had in charge weren't good enough. They found one in Klopp. Imagine they had this attitude, they'd still be there with Roy Hodgson, still be there with Gerard Houllier, and all these guys. Same with Manchester United. We'd still, if we didn't sack managers, we'd still be here now with Ron Atkinson. Same with Chelsea. They'd still be there with Di Matteo. They'd still be there with what was it? Glenn Hoddle. Like, this is not what we're doing. Where else we at? Flawless, I just don't want to see Ragnick only spitting words of how bad we're doing and not changing anything on the pitch. I agree with that. He needs to do more. 110%. I agree with that. Yo, we got over 60 of you lot watching. Hit the like button on the video. That's sick. Share this, man. I'm trying to get this up towards 100. So I'm just here with 100 people. Get me by myself. Well, not by myself, but on the stream by myself, but with 100 of you lot. But we got 60, so big up you lot. I'll be in tune with the club when Ralph goes upstairs and I see man doing the job he was brought in to do, restructuring the football club. I'm with that. He did to an extent. Ronaldo came in, exposed that. He put more pressure on. Yes, absolutely. He put more pressure on. And yes, we set Sancho up like we set up all our players. Nobody thrives here. No talent thrives here. Eventually, everybody dies. Everybody dies here that comes in. You got people out here doubting Cristiano Ronaldo, who's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. People doubting Varane. That's only because he's here. If Varane went to Liverpool, if he went to Chelsea, he went to City, there'd be no doubts about his ability, or much less doubts about his ability. Same with Sancho. If Sancho plays for Chelsea, he starts. If he plays for Liverpool, he starts. If he plays for City, he's in regular rotation. Like, where else was I going to go with this? All of our players. All of our qualities. Same with Pogba. Same with Martial. Same with it. Imagine putting Tellez and Dalot in Chelsea's wing-back system. Just saying, innit? There's zero incentive for players. That's why I think it's a mistake. Some big decisions needed making now and can't make them because he's babysitting as a manager. I disagree with that. With the players don't. If you either have incentive or you don't. Like the fact that the players are trying to throw a manager under the bus, reportedly, who's only there for 6 months, tells you all you need to know. This is what he's done. He's exposed this. That's why I give credit to Ralph. I like that Ralph has done this. He deserves full credit, so I disagree. Big decisions do need to be made now on these players. 110% agree with that. And he can definitely make them, and he can influence them. He's going upstairs, so he can. Weekly updates. Sancho is not a United type player. He is not a fast transition player, relies on combination play and linking up. He would suit a heavily based team, a heavily possession-based team set up to fail at United. Because we haven't got any, I can't say he's not a United player because we don't have a profile of player. We don't. We all have weekly update. You all have how you want Manchester United to play. I'll have how I want Manchester United to play. Everyone in the chat will. But we don't have a style, so I can't say he's not a United type player. But we don't have a style yet. That's what he does rely on. That is true. I want Sancho in this side because I want us to be a possession-based team. And we're more than good enough to do that. We have enough quality. Absolutely. Flawless. If Ragnick becomes successful, I don't want him to be known as the father of Klopp and Tuchel. I want him to be known as the person that made United great again. He will be. Like I said, the person that puts Manchester United back on top will be lauded. We'll probably build a statue outside the ground for him. Swear down. Absolutely. Because we are starving for success. Absolutely. True, but it's hard to sell 80 million and 50 million players on good wages. Means United will need to cut the losses. It's very tough. Well, somebody got to do it, but I agree, it is very tough. Woodward will not be staying at United in a consultancy role. Let's go. Love that. Thoughts on Axel to Napoli. Good move for him. It's a good move for him. Because he needs regular game time. And it gets him away from this mess because he ain't going to thrive here. He is not going to thrive here. EFA, this is how I'm feeling. Back Ralph and screw these players. Again, I got to give him full credit for coming in and exposing these men. It's like, right, you man are unhappy already. Like somebody said, I think it was that you said, I've had food in my fridge longer than Ralph's been in charge. Like, and that's the facts of the matter. That's the facts of the matter. Let me try and find these Dunny quotes as well. Try and find these Dunny quotes. Here we go. Here we go. See what he said. Could someone please put the Dunny quotes in? Here we go. And then I'm hearing that we don't want to let Donny go. That makes no sense. Like, if you're not going to play him, let him go. And I said the same about Oli. It's like, yo, he should be playing. Because Ralph said something along the lines of, it was the physicality and he can't cover ground. So you telling me Matic can cover more ground than Donny? Like, this is not what we're doing, man. Like, this is not what we do. Something's not right. I don't know what it is, but something's not right. Something's not right. I don't know what it is, but something is not right. Because every time I see Donny, he looks like a good player. He's not right. Flawless said, these man seriously about bitching about leaving training late. I heard this. I did hear this. How true it is, I don't know. But I did hear that they are bitching about that. Again, somebody please put the Ralph comments about Donny, because I don't understand. And continue to get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United related, though. Please do. And get us up to 50 likes as well. Get us up to 50 likes. Yeah, this cough ain't it, but here we are. Z Gold says, I'm just giving Ralph time. People don't have the patience. Players are a disgrace, though. Yeah, I'm giving Ralph time as well. Like I said, I give him till double figures because we're 4 points off fourth with 19 games to go. Well, we have 19. Everyone else has 18 games to go. Some of these players are not Man United standard. Absolutely agree. Danny says, from a Spurs fan, you're still my main worry about Spurs getting top 4. Arsenal will drop off. I agree. Spurs are my main worry because of Conte. Because of Conte in the attack, you have you're more than capable of finishing 4th. Like if Spurs finish 4th, I wouldn't be surprised. Do I expect it to be Manchester United? Yes. But even if worst case scenario, let's talk about that. People, if United don't finish 4th, it's not the end of the world if we don't finish 4th. Because that means the new manager comes in and he has a free run at the Premier League. Europa League is now a secondary competition in terms of priority. You have Premier League, You have the Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. Whereas if you're in the Champions League, it matches. It's prioritized and you have to prioritize. It's number one priority alongside the Premier League, and then you have the FA Cup and League Cup. Whereas the Europa League falls under, so you had a free run. Why do you think the players are snaking Ragnick and leaking it to the media? If it is true that they are doing this, and I'm going to keep reiterating that, if it is true, because they've been babied, they've been cuddled for however long Ollie was here, 2.5, 3 years, they've been cuddled. You know what I'm saying? They have been cuddled. And that's the matter of fact. And now he's coming in and has raised the bar and raised the expectation. Now it's an issue. Flawless, do you agree with Rance that Ralph is a yes man and that's why he continues with Ollie's selection? To an extent, if this continues, yes. I'm still going to give him more time, but if this continues, absolutely. I'm going as far as to say he's a yes man, but he doesn't have this, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of the correct word. I don't want to say balls because that's too far, but yeah, I'll just say that he doesn't have the cojones to do what I expected him to do. Drop, man. You're supposed to be a drill sergeant. I'm expecting that from you. He's not the drill sergeant. That's what I'll say. He's not the drill sergeant I thought he was. If he continues with this selection. If he continues. I'm not happy about the selections. He might not even get Europa if these players don't fix up. Hey, Thames, that'd be a hit and good. If we didn't get Europa League and didn't get Conference League, that's on these players. Absolutely. Sean Maguire and McTominay need to go. I agree. Wholeheartedly. I agree. Them I need to bounce. Without question. EJ says, fam, we're done out here. Trying to figure out why these players don't care and cry about the new coach if it's true. Might be because the hard yards coach left with McKenna. I don't know. I want Ten Hag, but do we have the players to play that style of football? To the highest level? No. But do we have players who he could work with? Yes, and he could bring in a couple of his others. And it's building blocks. There might be players who are surprised and be like, oh, he actually fits that system. Or Ten Hag might slightly adapt it for what he has. He might slightly, if he does come in. I'm just using it as an example. So you can't worry about that because we can't go and get all of Ten Hag's players and then go get Ten Hag. You get Ten Hag or you get a Poch or whatever manager it is, and then you get him the players to fit his style and his system. And if it takes 2-3 years to do that, so be it. Mr. Robbie says, we in shambles, flawless shambles. I'm glad we in a shambles, though. I'm going to keep reiterating this. I am glad this has happened. Very, very happy that this has happened. It needed to happen, which is great. Let's address all of the elephants, man. Let's address, like Ahmed said, the entire safari. Let's do this. Next manager needs to kick Maguire out. He's ruining the club. Yeah, absolutely. Nevers and Hedera need to come in for McTominay and Matic. We'll see. Like, share, subscribe, support your quality channel as we continue to bring you brilliant content on a consistent basis. Big up Black Diamond. You didn't bring in Ralph for just these 6 months. The guy is one of the best sporting directors out there. Exactly, Danny. This is why I'm not worried too fussed about him as the manager. I'm more looking at him going upstairs. Like, that's what it is. And I keep repeating myself, but that's true. These players are just too lazy to learn. Either lazy or don't want to or incapable. Or a mixture of all three. If Ronaldo had McTominay's aggression, passion and work ethic on the pitch, then he would be in a much better position. I disagree with that, but okay. James says, I would like Bellingham at Old Trafford, but Camille says, Flawless, did you think it was only a Ollie problem or was it a cultural problem after Sir Alex? Both. Was Ollie a problem? And I reiterate this, yes. Ollie was a problem and still would be if he was still here. But that doesn't mean the board ain't a problem. This is why I was at the protest. Why do you think I was at the protest? That game where we got locked up against Liverpool, I was there. I was at 3 of the 4 protests. I ran on the pitch, you know what I'm saying? Sticking it top bins at OT. Nah, I'm joking, I didn't. But my point being is, yes, the owners are a problem, the board are a problem, the manager and coaching staff were a problem, and these players are a problem. I said this. But we need to continue to remove these pieces. Ollie's gone. McKenna's gone. Carrick gone. Woodward's gone. Or Woodward's going. Now we just need to continue. Apparently, these players are first teamers that get playing time. Reports saying they have a strong relationship with the board, so they get behind Ragnick. You can't have players running the show, never works. If that is the case, yes, you can't have that. If that is the case, you can't have that. Absolutely not. I'm worried about I finish this season. We can't sign Sancho and Ronaldo to not be in Champions League next season. Yo, if that's what it takes, Robbie, that's what it takes. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Like, that'd be an eye opener and a hit for everybody in charge. Love if it does happen. Zlatan was the last leader we had in the dressing room. Nobody was talking when he was here. As soon as he left, everyone started talking. It's just a mess. That's what it is. It's a long season if these players don't show some bollocks. Confidence and form is massive. Concern, along with some players not being good enough in general. It is going to be a long season. This is why I now expect to see a response. 110% expect to see a response. Ralph has to do better as well with these lineups. Obviously, FA Cup is next, so I'm not really going to judge him on that. I'm talking the league game. Not sure who's our next league game. Let me check. Let me run through our fixtures. So, yeah, we got Villa on Monday. That's calm. Then we play... Right, we got Villa at home. So, Villa away, Brentford away, West Ham at home. That's the next 3 fixtures of January. Tough fixtures, not easy. Villa away, Brentford away ain't easy. West Ham at home's not easy. How, in the words of Saeed, it ain't easy. However, I'm expecting to see a response. FA Cup, he'll play. We've already seen against young boys. Like, he won't play that side, but he'll play a different side. We'll see some of the French players, some of the squad players. But as for Villa and Brentford, yo, we need to see changes. We definitely need to see changes. Absolutely. It was the vibes at the beginning of the season, and it's still vibes. I'm chilling, not letting Man United stress me out. That's it. I ain't letting these men stress me out. I'm not letting these men stress me out. Again, good. I'm glad all this has happened. Fletcher needs to be booed from the touchline. This is encouraging bullshit. Players going over Ralph's head. I don't know about that. I just don't know. Big up to my guy Neil, man. Beyond the 90. If you're a Leicester fan, go subscribe. Go subscribe anyway. Yes, my G, much love, bro. There's a big project to be done. We've seen a lot of players, Lukaku and Aubameyang, thinking they can do what they want, but the owners are doing their thing. See you tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be on Shameless tomorrow, myself and Neil, amongst others. But yeah, you're right. Players need to be dropped. Absolutely. It's simply a bunch of individuals from big clubs who think they're above the club. We used to sign guys from Oldham and Villa and those teams. I don't think it's where we're signing the players from. I think it's just the players. Like certain players. That's all it is. Mourinho called this a few years ago. The board backed the players ahead of Mourinho and he got the sack. Even though he should have been sacked, the problem still exists and he's proven right after all. Yeah, still does exist. This club seems to have a weird fetish with refusing to buy a quality DM. It's like the Keystone cops that can't solve a simple crime with all the evidence. Hear that? Absolutely, Ralph has to adjust his system. It's clearly not working with the players we have now. I agree with that. No, what did Melina say about PSG? What did Tim say? Oh, yeah. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go for like the next 5-10 minutes or so, people. So get your United questions in as well. I think, well, what have we not covered? Is there anything we've covered? Because we've covered pretty much all of this. We have. I'm legit trying to find these Ralph quotes on Nani. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. So he said, having a look here. What's this? He works hard in every training session. He's a team player through and through. There'll be games where he'll get a chance to play, I'm sure. But I still believe we should keep him. And he should stay here definitely until the end of the season and try and get as much game time as possible. Okay. That's not it. Hold up. Nah, fans weren't too harsh on Mourinho. He had to go. Cameron says, I agree with this, Cam. Big up to you, my brother. He says, I'm not going to lie. I'm tired of all this Sauce X bullshit. Tell me who these players are so we can judge appropriately. I agree with that. I agree with that. Players need to be not named and shamed, but like, all right, let's see who's unhappy. Like players could legit. I would understand why an Eric Bailly is unhappy. I'll just use him as an example. I'd understand why a Pogba is unhappy. I'd get that. Fully get it. I'm having a look here. Yeah, see this. He claims that he struggles to cover ground. Donny covers more ground than Matic. Right, is this what we do? I don't like this. Where is this? That ain't it. He struggles with physicality and his technique is impressive, but he struggles to cover ground. Dominate the ball then. Dominate the ball. If you dominate the ball, you'll be okay. Donny must be hitting on... Yeah, you right with that, James. What do you think Ralph can do right now to change the mood in the dressing room? I don't think it's possible to get rid of every player in Jan. What does he do if they refuse to listen and keep acting soft? Drop players. That's how you deal with that. I agree. You can't just sell everybody in Jan. Whoever's not doing what I want to do, and whoever doesn't want to be here, if you can't move them on, you drop him. Go play with the reserves. Go in the stand. We've seen Pep do this before. We've seen Arteta do this with Aubameyang. Leave man out. I don't care if that's Ronaldo. I don't care if that's Bruno, if that's Rashford, if that's Pogba. That's leave man out. And then when they ask you, he's not doing what I want him to do, or he's unhappy here and wants to leave. Put pressure on these men, because these men are trying to fuck you up, Ralph. So this is what we have to do. Just leave man out. Yeah. Abdi says it there. Van Gaal used to play kids if anyone wasn't performing. Play players who want to be here. Play everyone talking about Zidane. Play Zidane. I'm not sure if Hannibal's here on loan or not, but play him. Lad's gone out on loan, I believe. But if you can recall him, call him back. We'll be fine, because it's not all the senior players. So he was on board. Like, all right, whoever's unhappy, whoever does, he just needs to sit them all down and say, whoever's unhappy, whoever doesn't want to be here, whoever doesn't want to follow my training methods and do as I say, is not going to be involved for 6 months. And we'll try our best to get you a move in January and the summer. Simple as that. So if you don't want to be here, come talk to me. It can be amicable. Let me know. And we will get you a move. Saying I'm hearing Lingard's in that. I'm hearing Wan-Bissaka's unhappy. Maguire's unhappy. Shaw's unhappy. Let them go. All right. Bench. Go hit bench. Not bench. Stands. You're not involved. Simple as that. Donny's bulked up and gained some muscle. I saw him against Watford crunching into tackles. He looks fine to me. Now we had to get rid of Van Gaal. This is not what we're doing in it. Let's not rewrite history. Like Van Gaal had to go. We had like 10 games in a row where we didn't score. It's like 10 games. Yeah, it's not it. Not it. Apparently Shaw is the leak. See, it's all rumors. Like Cameron said. Cam, let me know if you're about, and I'll send you the link, my guy. Let him go. Sure. You ain't even performing at a high level on the pitch. In a bit. Very well said there, Flawless. Big up the Daredevil. Is Ten Hag going to be good, though? I think he would be. And even if he's not, you sack him and then get another manager in. Then Ralph go upstairs, bring in Ten Hag. If that's his pick, we'll just say hypothetically. Cool. And if it don't work, you go and get the next manager. See, football fans says I hate when clubs keep players that don't want to be here. If you don't want to be here, get out. Simply, nobody's gonna force you to play. You should want to play, not force. Exactly, it's that simple. That simple. I don't care if that's 2 players or that's 5 players or that's 15 players. Like if they're not following your instruction, all right, go train with the reserves. Simple as that. The fans trust Ralph much more than these fucking players. Because we know these players, we know a lot of these players aren't good enough. I'd named 7 of the 10. And again, this is why we were so critical of Ollie. You're not disgruntled blogger, because I can see your comment. I don't trust these players. I don't even trust these players. I just know they're not good enough. Some of them. So if Shaw's leaking stuff and wants to leave, buy. Sell him. In a bit. Even if you have to pay half his wages to like get him off the books or give him a severance package. Like when you're selling him to whoever. Sell him. Cool. Not it. Wan-Bissaka, not it. Don't want to see these men in the team. Not at all. Again, they just need a big ass meeting. That's what it is. You need a big ass meeting. There you go. It seems the team I actually played of scaring football, of actual football. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on that. I don't know what it is. I'm hella confused by it. I don't know. Yeah, no stress. I'm gonna get you on cam. If you're on the road, it's calm. No stress. I'll get you on at some point. I'm closing out this shortly, innit? But I'll definitely get you on at some point. It's cool. Let's play the under 23s. Better lose the game with. I'd rather lose the game with them. You know what I'm saying? I want to be here. I'm saying as a fan. You don't want to be here. That's cool. I understand. Yeah, 17 players. If this is true, let all 17 players go. Some of them can be, let's not get mistaken, some of it can be rectified. Some players might just want more game time, which if certain players want to go in certain positions, then players will be able to play now. Like, I say for Lingard, for instance, say Bruno wants to leave. Just use that as an example. Or Rashford. That opens up space for Lingard now. Lingard might go, all right, I'm going to get more game time. All right, I'll stay. Simple as that. Simple as that. No other CEO in footy has been allowed to fail for 9 years before finally being replaced. I hear that. Would you take Shimikas over Shaw and Tellers? Shaw, yes. Tellers, no. I'm a big fan of Tellers. I like Tellers. Defensively fine. Offensively, always an outlet. Constantly showing. He don't hide. He don't do the McTominay thing. Hides. Nah. Right, you lot. I am going to close out the show. I'm going to close out the show, ladies and gentlemen, innit? Like I said, a lot's gone on. There'll probably be more that's gone on with Manchester United. You know what I'm saying? There'll probably be more. By the time we come back next Tuesday, yeah, because we would have played Villa on the Monday, and you never know what's going to come from this. Who could have been sold, who could have been bought, what more information has been leaked, etc., etc. Poch sent Rose and Walker to the damn stands, and exactly, bro, out of the 17 names that were cited, had the likes of Mata and Jones in there. Fam, where you want to leave? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. If Phil Jones and Mata wanted to leave, that's not shock. We just need names. Why have United not dealt with that? I don't understand. That's what bugs me about the board. That's on you. That's on now Ralph and the coaching staff to see he's not really interested. Talk to him. You man don't communicate. You see each other on a daily basis. Obviously, we've had COVID, so training ground, but you might have each other's numbers. Like 53 likes. Thank you. Yes, big up to everyone. James says big up Flawless. Big up to you. I saw this quote by a legendary Scottish manager. The secret being to a good manager is to keep the 6 players who hate you away from the 5 you're undecided. I think that's tongue in cheek. But yo, get rid of players who like are unhappy. Even undecided, like, and you don't have to like me, you just have to listen to me and want to be here. Forget liking the manager. We don't have to be best friends. This is not a friendship thing. There's no sentiment and there's no emotion. I need you to be good to be successful, and you need me to be good to be successful. So let's work together. Because if you fail, I fail. If I fail, you fail. Now, this is a team sport. That's what it is. Yeah, Thomas Baller says, big up, great show, Flawless, appreciated. And don't forget, people, all the shows on Sarcasm City TV, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to listen while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, this is listen to the shows back. We're available on SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. The link for those are underneath in the description, people. Links for those are underneath in the description. Also join the membership as well, where you get many great perks, including how to get on the channel as well. So the Sarcasm City TV membership, links underneath in the description for that, or go to the homepage and just click join and you'll see it pop up. But yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. What have I got on tonight? So yeah, at 7 p.m, so just under 45 minutes, I'll be on Rance's Twitch with Rance and Aaron, and then 10:30 p.m, 11 p.m, I'll be on Matisse's Twitch with him, and then I might run career mode tonight. Flawless, realistically, who do you think leaves in the summer? I have no idea, kind of devil. I have no idea. I'm not going to lie. Zero idea. But love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for